recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Let me begin by thanking the Chair and Ranking Member for holding this important hearing. And welcome, Secretary Granholm, and let me thank you not only for your excellent leadership at a premier department, DOE, but also for your determination to implement what I think is transformational policy and bills that have been signed into law. It is incredible to see the work that the department is doing to tackle the climate crisis with innovative science and technology solutions. I'm deeply proud of what we accomplished last Congress to bolster the U.S. research and innovation through the landmark CHIPS and Science Act, Inflation Reduction Act, and of course the bipartisan infrastructure law. Now we must use every tool at our disposal to achieve our climate goals, and carbon removal will be a vital part of this approach with some very robust goals. This is why I'm introducing the Carbon Removal R&D Act to launch a 10-year multi-agency program for carbon removal research, development, and demonstration, which I believe is complementary to the DAC hub funding that has been recently awarded. So, Secretary Granholm, what does the department see as the next steps in advancing carbon removal research?
Yeah, thank you for your leadership on this. Obviously, this is, carbon removal is like removing waste, right? And so having government involvement is important because it may not be something that the private sector just takes up on its own until it's proven out, until there's a way to monetize it, if there is. But the technology itself and advances in that technology are critical. This is why the direct air capture hubs that were announced in Texas, hello, you're back, in Texas and in Louisiana are going to be great demonstrations of how we can do this and how we can do it at scale. So we are looking at that, and we're looking at other ways to sequester carbon, to capture carbon as well from a research perspective. We've got $2.5 million program under the bipartisan infrastructure law for carbon storage validation testing, which is important as well. We recently announced 9 selectees for $189 million for the first tranche of funds under the carbon capture demonstration program. So we're doing a lot of carbon management, a lot of managing of carbon and trying to figure out the best way to remove it from the atmosphere, and I thank you for your leadership on it.
Thank you. And I would assume that within that context, there is an effort to ensure that these carbon removal projects deliver robust benefits and avoid any harm to the communities.
Of course, as always, there must be a community benefits plan that ensures that a community is participating and benefiting from the investment.
Thank you. And last week I visited Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in my district to discuss their plans to become the first university in the world to house an IBM quantum system. For the U.S. to be the global leader in quantum computing, we must not excel only at research, but at deploying at scale. So, Secretary, what plans does the department have to build on our existing basic research efforts and move toward deployment of quantum-centric supercomputing?
Yeah, thank you for this too, because quantum is something that, again, a lot of our economic competitor nations are pursuing, and we cannot be eclipsed by them. We've got 5 national quantum information science research centers at our national labs this summer. The centers actually came together to put on a quantum summer school with hands-on training, real-world experience for the quantum community. 150 people attended that. They sponsor an annual quantum career fair that attracts this next generation. Super important to get young people interested in this because of the exponential speed that that quantum computing possesses. We want to make sure it's done in the right way. We were just having this conversation with Congressman Liu about the combination of quantum plus AI. We want to make sure it's done well and done for good. So the importance of having public participation in this is critical, and investment in it is critical so that we have the guardrails necessary to protect our society.
Well, I thank you for that. I do know that these bills that we did, the CHIPS and Science Act, the Infrastructure Bill, the Inflation Reduction Act, are truly transformational. And what I'm impressed by is how you have implemented as an agency in a way that is colorblind. And I say that because too many times we're referred to as red districts and blue districts. And I'm hearing from so many that There's investments made in all districts across this country. And this is truly going to be a benefit to communities no matter what zip code in this country, no matter what colored district there may be defined as. So with that, I thank you for your leadership and your determination.
Thank you.
I yield back, Mr.
A gentleman yield.